Hello everyone! So, as by judging by my Sega t-shirt, you can tell I'll be talking about the Sonic movie! So if you haven't seen it, it was released in theaters on the 14th, I believe, and so a lot of people really liked it. I had some fun with the movie as well, minus some minor issues, but other than that, the movie is really entertaining, and it is fun, and it does what it needs to do. And definitely, most importantly, the Sonic design was faithful to what Sonic should look like. Sonic, when they released the initial trailer, looked really bad. He looked horrible. The internet outcried. They changed his look. And a big component to the reason why the film did do successful is because fans really wanted to show their support for keeping the design faithful. And for that, they did a good job. That also being said, the movie could have been a bit more Sonic centric. It just seemed it wanted to be like a buddy travel movie. So I'll get into the plot. The movie starts off, he's on this Green Hills-ish planet, and he gets taken care of by this owl called Longclaw, and then he's about to get kidnapped by a bunch of echidnas because of his powers, and so the owl gives him this bag of rings that he's able to teleport. That's like the first thing in the movie. I'm like, that's not really technically how the rings are used. If you used a Chaos Emerald, I could see that, but granted, I guess they didn't want to have Chaos Emeralds in the movie. Go figure. So he goes to Earth and he lives in Green Hills, not Green Hill Zone in Montana. And there they reference Sanic. So that I thought was cool. And then he essentially meets Tom Wachowski, who's played by James Marsden. He nicknames him Donut Lord because he has donuts. And then his girlfriend in the movie is named Pretzel Lady from Sonic, and she's a veterinarian. And he actually ends up. Tom Wachowski's character wants to go to San Francisco because he gets accepted for a new cop job. And this is when the unfortunate product placement comes in. The girlfriend's like, I found a great place on Zillow. And then he's like, well, let's go to Olive Garden because when you're there, you're family. I'm just like, I was crooning pretty hard at the product placement. I mean, I get that movies have product placement. It's not as bad as Emoji Movie, where they just like blatantly like smack you in the face with product placement, and the movie just comes across as sole product placement. But it was pretty distracting. I have to say, I just didn't really like the product placement in the movie. It made me groan. Even if it was brief, it was just like you could have probably incorporated it just more briefer. Would rather almost it not even be there because I don't like product placement. So the movie really kicks off when Wachowski's character is gonna go to San Francisco and Sonic causes a blackout because of his running ability, ends up causing short circuits everywhere, and the government enrolls Robotnik, and Robotnik goes out there. Sonic goes, hides in Wachowski's garage, and he gets tranquilized by the dart, and he ends up looking at a shirt saying San Francisco, so it's in his head. So when he drops the ring, his rings go into San Francisco, and that's basically the premise of the movie. That's the whole like that's not even a spoiler. You know that's where he's going. You've even seen in the trailers that if you haven't watched the trailer that they go to the Transit America building, that's pretty much what you get. They first off against Sonic, and that's pretty much the whole movie in a nutshell. There's not really much for it. Just you know, again, I'm happy that they did a really good job with the design aspect. I'm glad the fans supported the movie because they listened, and that's the most important aspect. But that being also said, it's like just because they did that doesn't mean that you can skimp on a light plot and make it acceptable. So I do think that was some of the issue I did have. I liked some of the nods, like the echidnas. I never knew who Longclaw was. I don't know if any of you can actually leave a comment below about who Longclaw is. I have no idea who that is. So I was like, who is that? They had echidnas, And well, my buddy Tails is just gonna say hi real quickly because he only has a cameo in this video. If you get the idea, hi Tails. He's happy he saw the movie too, so I was happy to see him too. But yeah, that was just the brief part of that. And but again, I was happy to see that too. And overall, I will say the movie is promising with the possibility of a sequel, so I'm glad about that. Although I'm definitely not going to Olive Garden after that video, after that movie. Oh yeah, and they have it at the end. The government officials come in and they're like, "Oh, we know we've dealt with Dr. Robotnik." Not spoiler, because you know that's going to happen anyway. That Robotnik's gone, so the government ends up giving him a gift card to Olive Garden, and I was like, you had Olive Garden in the beginning. Why do you have to rear it in twice? That and the dancing of Sonic flossing. I'm just like, yeah, I give this movie like really a C. I actually think Detective Pikachu is better. Although there are aspects of the Sonic movie I like better, I think the acting is actually better. I don't think Justice Smith can hold a candle to the more experienced actors. And even like the actors in the Detective Pikachu, they're mostly no names. The only one that was really notable was Ryan Reynolds, and that's it. They could have probably put anybody else in that movie, and it could have been a little bit better, but I think maybe they just wanted to downplay because maybe the special effects were a lot. But I mean, I don't know. So, what do you think of the Sonic movie? Did you really like it? I'm probably gonna watch it a second time because I just wanted to see the ending sequence. The mid credit sequence is definitely one of my favorite parts of the movies. It's just a shame because the beginning and the ending are my favorite parts of the movie, and the middle part is like it's there just to like be there. I just think that they could have done a bit better with having like Sonic. I get that it's a buddy adventure movie ish kind of thing, but I just would have liked a bit more Sonic to the bones, to the plot. So again, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll leave my Twitter and my Instagram in the description below. Once again, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.